y'all, what's up? What's going on? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Amber. For today's video, we are doing a wear test. I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions on the new CoverFX Power Play Foundation. This is CoverFX's newest foundation launch. It is a matte foundation. I have mine in the shade G100. I have been wearing this foundation for over a week now, kind of testing it out, seeing the best way to apply it, what works, what doesn't work. So we're going to go ahead and do a live demo. I'm going to show you guys how I apply this. I'll try to pop in for you halfway through the day, and then I'll come back and give you my thoughts and opinions. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and prime my face. I'm using the CoverFX Mattifying Foundation Primer. My shade is G100. I believe this retails for $42. So it's, you know, your standard foundation pricing for anything that's not drugstore. And I'm just gonna give myself a squirt. This is marketed as a mattifying foundation. On my skin, let me bring you guys in. As far as my skin goes, it looks more like a natural finish on me. I found that the best way to apply this is with a foundation brush. Now you guys know I don't use foundation brushes on myself. I use them on my clients just simply because for sanitation reasons, and I feel like it's easier to do on someone else, but on myself it gets streaky. This actually doesn't get streaky, this foundation formula, so I was pretty impressed by that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start in the center of my face. And I believe, yeah, this is also marketed as a full coverage. I do not agree with the claims as far as the foundation being a mattifying foundation and the foundation being a full coverage. I think, like I said a second ago, that this is a natural finish, and I think it's a medium coverage. The shade I love. I think this is probably one of the best shade matches that I've found in a long time. One con for this that I think I didn't realize it would be an issue until I was doing my client's makeup and I used it on her, and she was saying that, you know, she's just a regular consumer and she prefers a pump, so that way she can kind of gauge how much she's using. With the squeeze, you kind of you don't know, you know what I mean? So every time you squeeze it out, it would be different, and I can see how it would be really easy for you to, you know, squeeze out way too much. The first couple of times that I used this foundation, I had to squeeze it out several times just simply because I didn't want to squeeze out too much, so I felt myself going in little by little. Then we're gonna go over on this side. So this is what my face is looking like. So this side has the foundation. This side has nothing. We got a lot of acne scarring on this side. This is... Anyway. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and do the other side. I still have foundation here. Then, let's see. Cover up my acne scarring. Squeeze out a little bit more. I definitely feel like you will get more coverage using a brush over a sponge. This is good enough coverage for me. I'm cool with it. The reason why I wouldn't say this is a 100% full coverage is because if you are someone that's trying to cover up a lot of acne scarring or rosacea, like I can still see my acne scars through here, and it's not bad. Like I'm fine with it, but for someone who's self-conscious with it or doesn't want that to show, like I can see a little bit, but again, it's not bad. I'm not bothered. I feel like it gives me an overall nice even skin appearance. Good enough for me. And then as far as the finish here, as you guys can see, like it's definitely not a dewy foundation whatsoever. It's not dewy, but I wouldn't call it a 100% matte just simply because right now I feel like it looks very natural, and then I already know how this wears on my skin throughout the day, so I can't really say that, oh yeah, for an oily skin person this is going to be like a 100% matte. It is not matte like Fenty Beauty, it's not matte like Kat Von D, it's not matte like the Match Master, like MAC Match Master. It's definitely more so, if you have oily skin, it's going to be more of a natural finish on you. Then I'm going to skip concealer today because I feel like it looks pretty good. And I'm going to set with the Sacha Buttercup powder. Well, I guess I probably could have set with my Cover FX, but the only thing with the Cover FX, like the Laura Mercier and the Cover FX powders that are in deep, I feel like if you are my skin tone or lighter, it will make you a touch darker. So I can't really use that until the summertime. So I just rock with my Sacha Buttercup powder. However, if you are deeper than me, those I feel like they work really well. Okay, so here is what the foundation is looking like when it's set. Turn to the side here. I'm going to finish up the rest of my makeup and then I will be right back. Alright, all done. So I did actually go back in and add the Maybelline Dream Lumi Highlighting Concealer up under my eyes, just simply because when I was over looking at my vanity, just in the lighting, like of course right now I have all my lights beaming on me, but just like in my regular lighting, I did notice that the foundation, it matches me, but just for the center of my face, it might just be a touch too deep. So just to brighten up under the eyes a little bit, but other than that, everything else was fine. I set with the Sacha Buttercup powder, put on some CoverGirl Queen bronzer. I have on ABH Prism, just super easy basic eye, and I have on NYX Madeline lip gloss on, and yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna go ahead and head out to work, and then I will, what time is it right now? It is 9:07. I will do my best to check in with you guys halfway through the workday, so I will see you in a bit. Alright, finally done working. It is currently 4:36. I did blot once at 1 o'clock, but this is what we're looking like right now. So I'm gonna get off, run to the grocery store, run my errands, and I'll close out with you guys when I get home. Alright y'all, here we are. I ended up not running my errands because I'm exhausted. It is currently 5:19. I've had a super busy week at the salon. When you have 3 10-hour days back to back standing up, thankfully today wasn't a 10-hour day. It was all I could do, y'all, to just push through. So then to top it off, only got 5 hours of sleep last night. But let's close out with this foundation. So here's what I'm looking like. I have not done any blotting. I want to pull you guys in just a smidge closer here. So let's talk about it. Again, here's the tube. There's no pump. You get a little squeezy. Plastic, $42. Great shade range. Up underneath this, I did use it in conjunction with the Cover FX Mattifying Primer. Alright, so let's get into my skin really quick. Keep in mind, I have oily skin, super oily. I'm oily year round, around the clock, 365, 24/7. And as you can see, I feel like I don't look matte. Now, I'm not going to complain because I have yet to find a foundation that ever stays matte all day long on my skin. I don't think that it exists. It's just science after a while. If you're oily, once your oil pushes through, that's just a reaction. You're gonna get shiny. It might break up on you a little bit. I don't ever really experience anything as far as like my foundations breaking up on me, and I think that's just simply because I do typically, I'm gearing towards more mattifying foundations, so keep that in mind as well. If you are someone that experiences with your foundation breaking up because you're oily, make sure you're using the right type of foundation formulation for your skin. This, to me, like I said, when I applied it, it didn't look matte. As I go on throughout the day, it doesn't look matte. It looks doable. Is it super? Have I seen worse? Absolutely. Like, this is passable. This is pretty good for me to be in the salon all day. It's hot, hair dryers and whatnot. I'm gonna go ahead and blot my face. This is the second time today I have blotted my face. eyeliner is ready. And then after I blocked, this is what we're looking at. Do I think this is a full coverage foundation? No, I kind of think it's poorly marketed. I don't think it's a full coverage. I don't think that it is a mattifying foundation. However, this is something interesting. I think this is one of those foundations that's gonna actually work pretty good on all skin types. I used this on Danielle when I was doing the ABH Soft Glam video. Check it out above if you haven't seen it, but she does not have oily skin. She's dry and then a little oily in the T-zone, but her skin type is definitely much different than mine, and this sat on her skin really well. So I think this is going to be one of those that's going to be okay on dry skin and even mature skin. I don't think it's going to be an issue. One thing I will say, if you are oily, make sure that you are using a mattifying primer. I'm going to try this out with the Becca Ever Matte because the Ever Matte is definitely more of a mattifying consistency. Now this for me, this is the perfect everyday foundation for me. It gives me just enough coverage, it's not dewy, I don't get aggressively oily, but you know the oil does eventually push through. The shade range is good, it looks decent all day long, it's easy to apply, no issues with it. I think it's a great everyday foundation and I'm definitely going to keep it in rotation. Now is this a foundation that I would use, let's say, when it gets warmer out? I don't know, because as it gets warmer, I'm probably going to start, you guys will see me just slipping away from foundation as the heat rises and the humidity comes up around here. Typically when that happens, I stay away from liquids and I either do straight up concealer or I'll just do a powder, but I'm not that confident on how this would last in the heat, specifically in the humidity. So like I always tell you guys, go get a sample, test it out for yourself, especially if you are oily skin. I want you to get a sample of this first, just simply because I feel like this could be kind of a hit or miss situation. I'm not gonna lie, when I first put it on for the very first time when I was testing it out, I was like, wait, that's it? Because when I think of matte, I'm thinking matte, straight up matte. This is the epitome of a soft matte. This is a soft matte, if you will. It's not gonna give you Fenty Beauty matte, but it's not gonna leave you super, super dewy. However, at the end of the day, you're not gonna look too terribly oily either, but you will have to do your basic blotting here and there. All right, guys, so that is going to warm up the end of this video. Please let me know down below if you plan on trying it out. Thank you so much for watching. I love and appreciate all of you, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.